Welcome po muli. It's Last Bite. Nung Monday sa First Light, we talked about making people feel better. Kasi nga usually, people don't make each other feel better. Lumalabas po yung masamang ugali sa atin. And somehow, I saw a quote that went something like this. Whenever we meet people, hopefully, we leave a mark and not a scar. And somehow connected po yung dalawa. Kasi what this quote is saying is sana whenever we interact with people, we leave the interaction with the feeling na they enjoyed our interaction, di ba? Kasi sa totoo lang, hindi ba we can see so many bad feelings, bad negativity going around. I mean, people siguro for whatever reason, they have problems, they lumalabas tuloy parang it's like there are no more manners. And sometimes you can't help it. Pero totoo, kayo ba? It should not be your excuse. Just like nung sinabi natin nung Monday, when people exhibit bad manners, it should not be an excuse for you to have bad manners also. Kaya rather than leaving a scar, leaving a bad taste after an interaction, especially we as Christians, we should endeavor na sana after every interaction with other people, they live with a pleasant thought, a pleasant feeling, a feeling na, wow, ang sarap siyang kausap. Di ba nga sabi nga ni Christ, they will know you are my disciples by your love. Kaya nga it takes a real strong mind to choose to respond the way God wants us to respond. Not just the knee-jerk reaction na we are so used to. Like sa traffic, if somebody cuts you, nagagalit ka kagad. Kanina lang, naku po, sa dami po ng mga people with bad driving habits, madali po tayong uminit ng ulo. Pero kanina, I chose na pag meron po nagmamadali, paunahin na, sige, go, mauna na, we will all get to where we want to go, iwasan pa natin aksidente. And you know, sometimes when you give way to others, makikita mo, napapangiti sila. Why? Siguro sanay na sanay sila na nag-uunahan, and then here comes somebody na will actually give them a way na mauna sila, and nakikita mo, they are responding with a smile. Kumakaway sila, nagpapasalamat. Alam niyo, sa dinami ng negativity, we talked about it nung Monday, there's still so much negativity. Let's put positivity back. And positivity from the world is not enough. It should be a positivity coming from God. Kasi it should come from deep inside. It should come from a well of love, of knowing that the fruit of the Spirit is coming out kasi the Lord is working through us. I'm not saying it's easy. I mean, di ba, ang natural reaction mo talaga, magalit, magmura, kahit sabihin mong Kristiyano ka, umiinit din ang ulo mo. Pero, totoo nga if you decide to leave a mark instead, rather than a scar, I think you would have more pleasant environments, more people liking you, more people wanting to interact with you, and maybe even some people wanting to know sino ba ang Diyos mo at bakit ganyan ka, hindi ka tulad ng karamihan, di ba? I remember si Paul at saka si John Mark, sa makikita natin sa Acts, talagang nag-away sila because si John Mark, he was still young. Iniwanan niya sila Paul during one of their missionary missions, and talagang galit na galit si Paul. And it seems from the initial interaction, the John Mark and Paul, talagang it seems the relationship was scarred. And yet later on, as both of them matured, makikita mo, Paul became a better person, a more forgiving person. Para nga siya naging father figure, and later on tinrato niya si John Mark as a like a son. And somehow I think si John Mark was so moved kasi later on John Mark actually wrote the Gospel of Mark. So imagine natin yon. If Mark was so scarred from his initial interaction with Paul, maaring na-traumatize siya. Baka he would not have written the Gospel of Mark. And the Gospel of Mark, according to scholars, is the very first gospel written, from which the two other Gospels, Matthew and Luke, actually took off. Kita natin yung importance nun. Pero kasi, instead of it remaining a scar, si Paul became a mark. The life of Paul marked John in a way na siguro sabi ni John Mark, alam mo, nagkamali ako, nagkainitan kami for whatever reason, but now it's healed, it has become better, we're now both mature, and this is the result. We have the gospel. I don't know what would happen if you instead decide to give a mark on people. I don't know kung sino maapektuhan natin. I think we will really never know. Pero I think that's better because let's just keep on doing like kanina nung sa Monday, let's just make people feel better. Let's decide to make a mark instead of a scar. And who knows, even little by little, we make this world a better place, even in these pandemic times. So I hope as you rest after karamihan sa atin, a very tiring week, I do hope you spend your weekend thinking about how can you make a mark on the people around you. A mark that would show that you are a child of God. Good night, good weekend, and see you again next Monday.